Hello, good morning. Hello, Brianna. Well, at least you and I are here. Okay, good morning. Yes, hello. This is my second Getting Creative with Julia live stream. So I did one last week, and thank you so much for everyone for your kind comments. You really enjoyed it, and that really gave me a lot of motivation to do this again. So I said I'd be doing different things. Hey, Darlene. I did an art journal last week. I'm working in my art journal again this week. I'm just feeling really motivated to get into my art journal. Now, for those of you who are familiar with me, you know I'm the owner of the Paper and Ink Boutique here in Calgary. I do Monday night live videos. Those are generally with product from the store that's available for you to purchase, and we usually have a deal. These are not like that. These are just me getting creative with stuff I have in my studio here. So I'm going to be using stuff that may or may not be available anymore because I'm going to tell you actually what I've done in the last 30 minutes. I have a beautiful closet here in this room. My dad built it for me. It's a built-in closet. And on the bottom are 3 really long drawers. And in those drawers, I keep stamp sets. So I opened the middle drawer, closed my eyes, reached in, grabbed a stamp set. My eyes were still closed. I reached in, grabbed another stamp set. Those are the 2 stamp sets I'm using. I did the same thing with stencils. I opened up my stencil container, closed my eyes, reached in, grabbed out a stencil. Eyes still closed, reached in, grabbed another stencil. Those are the stencils I'm using. So I want to encourage you to get your product, open it up, use it, have fun. You never know what you're going to create, right? I did go into a color swatch app, ran it a couple of times, got a nice palette of colors. I picked out some paint. I've got some Dina Wakley gloss sprays. I grabbed out some some transparencies, and I got like a mishmash of stuff around me. I don't know what I'm going to use. We're just here to create. I do have my square Dylusions journal. I don't remember what this one is called, but it's the one that has the grids and stuff on it. I also grabbed a couple of tags because I think I want to add some movement in here with some tags. I don't know, maybe we're going to just see how we feel. Okay, here we are. We've just got this nice plain. This is not gessoed at all. And I'm going to grab out, I've got the Dina Wakley gloss spray. Are you going to focus? There we go, Dina Wakley gloss spray. So if you don't know anything about these gloss sprays, they are, they're permanent. They will actually dry permanent and will create some resist techniques, which I love. Now I'm trying to find, oh, here they are. Because I could grab my 2 stencils. Where are my stencils at? Okay. This is a Sizzix stencil. This one is from one of the Sizzix stamp and stencil sets from last week that were on sale. I couldn't find this one because it was in with my stencils. So with the gloss sprays, you do need to shake them up. Let's just give this a shake. Oh, we got a few people joining. Hey, Sherry. Sherry. Sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to throw my stencil down. I'm going to spray through the stencil. There we go. I know it's white. You can hardly see it, but it's there. You'll see it once I do some resist techniques. Now, see all that on there? I'm going to turn it over. There we go. Let's press that one more time there. And let's do another spray through. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, now the thing with the gloss sprays, you need to clean your stencils ASAP, because when this gloss spray dries, That's it. It's on there forever and ever. So I like to wipe it up ASAP because I don't want to ruin that stencil. So I'm going to wipe down both sides. There we are. Okay, that's all I'm going to do with that stencil. Perfect. Love. Just going to give this a quick dry. Okay. Not quite dry, but it's on its way. I have this one. This is Magenta, and it is almost out. I don't even know if anything is going to spray, but we're going to give it a shot. I've got another stencil here. This one has seen some things, let me tell you. This is an older stencil. Yeah, that was not going to spray. Let me try the blue. Yeah, I don't think these are going to spray. I've got, let me see. The only one that ever sprays for me is the white, probably because it's the one I use all the time. Okay. Oh, I have one more here. Oh, this one's definitely not going to spray. No. But do you know what? It's going to be some great. These are just some words I thought I would add. But these will be great resist. Let's move that. Wipe this one down. Good morning, Joanne. I decided to just turn this over on some black paper just to get some of that gloss spray off. There we go. That is very cool. Ooh, I might use that. Let's wipe this down. Good morning. Hello. So I wanted to do these mostly to give myself a reason to get in my craft room and just create. I have no plan. There is no plan happening in my brain. This is just me creating. So this, I hopefully will give you the motivation and the encouragement to get into your craft room, grab out some stuff and just sit down and have a play. Look how cool that is. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. That was just a scrap piece. You can see I've done some die cutting out of it. Just a scrap piece of black I had here. Just turned my stencil over, pressed it on there. That's going to be some good ephemera. Okay, let's give this a try and then move on. Hello, Kelly. Okay, I think that's pretty dry. So you can see those gloss sprays when they dry. Yes, they go glossy. Look at that. And these are going to be a great resist. Let me grab out here Let's see, what do I want? So just sprayed that with the little spray stain. Just going to add a little bit of water. So you can already see where that gloss spray was. You can see the resist that it's doing there. Just going to let that do some drippy little things there. Love that. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in one of my little tags that I was going to do, and I'm just going to pick up some of that yellow. There we go. Set that aside to dry. Give that a wipe. Perfect. Okay, let me bring this back in. There, you can see that resist happening there, right? That is so much fun. I'm going to get another spray. The other colors I got out, I don't think are going to work with the palette of paints I got out. So let me just go grab another color of spray. Because, you know, I've got a lot of sprays. What do we have? Oh, this one will be good. Salvaged Patina. Let's do a little bit of this. Not a lot. I don't want to do a lot of Salvaged Patina. Just a little. There we go. Got a bit of water. So putting the Salvaged Patina on here with the yellow spray. I am going to get some shades of green, which I don't mind at all. Let's tip this, get some more drips going. There we go. There, you can see the green that's coming in there. Yeah, 2 sprays, 3 colors. Love it. Oops, already got a lid on it. All right, so I think I'm done with my sprays. I think the sprays are done. I've got a lot of ink on here. I can dry it. I'm going to do that, but I've got the big tag. I think I'm going to just lay it and grab up some of those colors. It's not going to be a lot. I'm not expecting it to be a lot. I'm just starting to add some colors to my tag that I'm going to use later. Right, perfect. That's a good start. Let's set that aside. Keep drying this. Okay, that is coming along. I've got some other drips on here. I'm just going to see if I can pick up that excess water. There we go. Okay, cool. Love the resist. That is fun. Love it. Okay. So I'm just going to see, do I have, it's time to throw. Oh, there's a little bit left in there. So this is a gloss spray again. This is, what's this one? Magenta. And so again, it's a gloss spray. So when it dries, it is going to leave, or it is going to be a resist, because once the gloss sprays dry, they are permanent. They will not move again. So I'm just adding some drips. Let's maybe add, just going to pour some on here. Something a little bit more substantial. Oh, how fun is that? Oh. Okay, I want to clean that up because I'm supposed to be going out for dinner with friends tonight, and I don't want to have glossy magenta fingers. That would be, but look at that. That's fun. Okay, I need to do that over here. Let's do that again. Love. Wipe your fingers off right away. Okay, there we go. Well, I'm loving this. This is really cool. You can see I put that on there, but the color, see that white underneath, still resisting. Love. Oh, I have the window of my craft room open, and it is just starting to pour. So I think I might have to get up and shut that window. There we go. I love this. Love. How fun is that? Okay, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to get up and I'm going to close the window to my craft room. And then I'm going to work on those tags. I'm going to do some interesting techniques on those tags that I'm going to put in here, and I'll be able to flip them. So let me just set this aside. Close my window because it is pouring. Wipe those gloss sprays up off my mat because I don't want to have to chisel those off later. How's everyone doing? Okay, cool. Let's bring these in. Now, my plan was to put stuff on here, but before I do that, just notice some more pink. Get the pink off your fingers. Okay. Okay, what are we going to do here? Well, I need to... I'm going to score these because I am going to put them in my journal so I can turn them. So I do want to score them because that'll give me an idea. Hang on. Do I want this one to go this way and this one to go that way, or the other way around? The other way around. Okay, cool. Okay, so the large tag, it definitely is a great day to be in the craft room, isn't it? Because it is pouring out, which is great. I'm not saying that's not a good thing because we need rain. Okay, so I'm just scoring this at 3/4 of an inch. This will give me my hinge. And then this one's going to go in my book like this and flip up. So I'm going to score it. I'm going to do it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. Let's do that one at 5/8. So a little bit less than 3/4. Perfect. Okay, so that gives me my hinge. There we go. And this one. There we go. Okay, let's get creating. What am I going to do here? I have a lot of the Dina Wakley transparencies, and I hardly ever use them. I don't know why, but I definitely want to use them now. So I'm going to grab out. I'm looking for a face. I want a face. Ooh, hang on. Now, like I said, we may or may not be able to get more of these. I don't know. Like I said, I was just grabbing stuff. I got a lot of stuff in my craft room. Oh, how beautiful is that? That's beautiful. Okay. Hang on. Just going to cut this one out. There we go. I'm cutting out a second one. I have an idea of how to use both. I don't know if I'm going to use both, but I wanted to have both of them available. So 1 and 2. Do that. And let's see, do I have another one with a bigger face? I don't know. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, these could be fun. Not a face, but could be fun. Maybe. Do I have more faces? All these transparencies, and I have no more faces. Oh. Every time I look through, it's like, oh, I see something else I might use. Oh, what do I have here? Apparently, I've got some faces in here. Maybe that one. Okay. Put the transparencies away. You're not going to use more of them. Perfect. How many of you have transparencies and have never used them? I've used them. I just don't use them often enough. Okay, let's set those aside for right now. I do want... These are the bookmark sheets from Simply Stated. And again, I have these... I'm cutting them out, but I'm not cutting a straight edge. I'm cutting kind of a wavy, kind of just organic edge. I didn't want a straight edge. There we go. And then I think this blue one. Let's do this one. Again, no straight edge. And you guys are loving these bookmark pages. I think we've got some more on order from Simply Stated, but I love that. Okay. So that, feel like it needs something else. That's going to go on like that. I'm thinking that on there. How gorge. Love it. Might bring that down a little bit. Oh, that would be you, Kelly? Yeah. I'm going to put a face over top of there. Definitely need to cut this down a little bit more because I can't have the transparency over the hinge. It won't bend. So let's cut that down. There, that'll fit in there really nice now. Oh, love that. Okay, that I'm not sure if I want that flower on there now that I'm looking at it. Might be a little much. I love that. Okay, let's set those aside for right now. This is an old book where I have got I did some mark making on some pieces of paper. Let me see, do I want to use any of these on the tag? Possibly. Possibly. See, there's ways to be creative without actually creating anything. Not that one. You know, when you have too much, maybe I just want a piece of old paper. Interesting words. Do I have anything that's popping out? Anyone else being creative in their craft room today? Maybe that one. Okay. You're going to look for new lighting for your kitchen dining room. That sounds like a good thing to do on a rainy day too. Okay, I need to cut this transparency down. There's a lot of excess on there that doesn't need to be there. So I'm just gonna cut that down. There we go. So that's looking good on there. Liking that. Julie, you're still knitting away. Knitting this morning, quilting this afternoon. Oh, Joanne, you're working on unfinished projects. Mm-hmm. Know about those. Definitely know about those. Okay. Now I'm just starting to get bits and bobs of stuff. Okay, time to get organized here. So I did put a little bit of the spray. I mopped it up from my book. I think I'm gonna grab out. I did not grab out a ink pad. Let's grab that out. That. I'm also gonna grab out I'm not grabbing out my better press inks, but I do have some colors in my Dylusions archival inks that I think will look really good. I think those two. Let's do that. Nope, let's not do black yet. Let's do some of this. So this is Funky Fuchsia. Do some on the back. Funky Fuchsia. Let's bring in Vibrant Turquoise. Try and decide which one I want on the front and which one I want on the back. I think I like that. All right, let me just grab some. Do I want to use matte medium? Actually, let's use this media glue. Let's do that instead. Put some glue on there. Now, I don't care if it covers up the hole because it's just going to be a flip in my book. Now, if I wanted, I do have a hole punch. I could punch the hole through there. I was going to cut that off, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that over. Oops. There we go. What I like about these transparencies is you can do them on either side. I could do it that way. Could flip it over, do it this way. And I'm doing it that way. I'm kind of feeling that. I am feeling that. You can glue these down with matte medium, but in my experience, after a while, the matte medium does give way. So I'm actually just going to staple this on with my tiny attacher. There we go. I'm going to come in with my scissors, cut off that excess. I am going to use that. Let's bend that up now. So that's going to go in the art journal as a flip page. I might add something to the back, maybe a sentiment. I'm going to wait until a little bit later when I have a moment. But now that I've cut that off, I can join it in here to have it continue on. We'll see. Might add that later. Look how fun that is. Love it. Oops. There we go. I'm glad that some of you have the chance to be crafty in your craft rooms. There we go. So that take is done. Love that. That's fun. The crafter math is already starting. My space is slowly getting smaller. Okay, so tag one done. Let me grab that little piece. I'm just going to throw that on there. Might use that, not sure. Let's bring in this page. So this one's going to go up and down. That, maybe the flowers. I really wanted to use these flowers, but now I'm not feeling the colors. I feel like I need more green, and I don't have green, which is seriously unfortunate. But, you know, things happen for a reason. Oh, I'm loving that. See, things happen for a reason, I'll tell you. Things definitely happen for a reason. Okay, let's get our glue out. Let's just start doing things. Stop overthinking, Julia. Just using some of this media glue. There we go. And let's do this piece. Did you use stencil and paint on your mark making? No, not a stencil. It was just a paintbrush, and just did marks. Yeah, it's just paint and a paintbrush. Just cutting off that excess. There we go. Liking that. Now, since this is the back of the tag, let's close our glue up. I'm so bad for that. And then it gets clogged, and then I get mad, and I'm like, well, it's your own fault because you didn't close it up. Not sure if I'm going to use that. Let's just set that aside for right now. What do I want to do? Let's bring this back in. So using the gloss spray again. Now let's just try and keep the mess to a minimum. I don't even know what those words mean. Love. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love that. This is why I keep all these pieces of paper. Oh my word, I love it. Okay, clean that gloss spray off immediately, or you will be regretting it. All the regrets all the time. There we go. Now let's bring in our stencil. Bring in our other stencil with the stars that I used on my main page, and let me grab. Let's do Salvaged Patina. Ooh, love it. Okay, cool. Now we've got all this. What do I do with this? We grab another tag. And this will be used another day. Good Oh my word. Love it. Set this aside. Okay. Now let's try and dry all these things. Let's get them dry and see how we're going to use them. I love this. It's the word you backwards. I don't know why I like it, but I do. I like it a lot. Okay. Let's do the front here because this is going to be, I'm going to put this face on here. We need to stamp our sentiment. Love it. Love. Okay. So before I move on, I feel her face is awesome. I love that on there, but I feel like I need to add something. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually, oh my word. It's like glitter, getting this stuff everywhere. I'm going to be spending the rest of the day in my bathroom with scrubby soap, cleaning the Magenta gloss spray off my fingers. That's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, I am going to, do I want to paint? Do I want to use gloss sprays? Let's, I don't know if I want to ruin any brushes with gloss spray today, so let's use paint. So she's going to go on. I'm actually going to paint the back of this. Don't need much. I'm going to do pink on her lips. Let's do pink on her lips there. Just going to let that dry, and then I'm going to come in and do a second shade. But if I turn it over, you can now see that she's got pink on her lips. And let's do, she is not born to be subtle. So let's do Green Oz eyeshadow. This is something really fun to do. is to paint the back of your transparencies. There we go. Let's do another layer of the pink on our lips. We want the pink to be pretty bold. So if you do it in layers, you're going to get more opaque than the translucent look of just one layer. So I'm going to come in and do a second layer of the pink. There we go. And a second layer of the green. So if I turn that back over, look how fun that is. Now I've done it where I've done the entire face. I've come in with like a skin tone and done the face. I'm not going to do that. I do want it you to be able to see what's behind it. I do want a lighter pink for her cheek. I'm just going to come in with a bit of white and just lighten this up. There we go. Oh, that's so fun. Look at how fun that is. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, awesome. Just wondering, no, I'm not going to do it. You know, sometimes I just start overthinking. I overthink things. Clean that up before I make a bigger mess. So you can't use a heat tool in these transparencies because they will shrink and warp. So not going to take long to dry this. I just love this so much. That's fun. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Oh, I love it. Okay, where did my tiny attacher go? That's fun. Okay. I'm going to see if this glue will stick on here. I might need to come back and use the tiny attacher to hold it down. I'm just going to hold that. And, oh, thanks, Julie. Yeah, I'm liking it too. It's really coming together. Let's do some more glue. Put that right in there. I feel like I need something else here. What else do I have? Do I have a smaller circle? Oh, I do. I'll have a smaller circle. See, I love things like this because you don't have to use it. I mean, this to me would make a fabulous card background. Not gonna lie, I love it. But now I can come in with a hole punch, and then you can kind of select an area that you like. Like, look how cool that is. It's so subtle and just so small, but wow, does it ever look cool? And let's stick that here. And look how fun that is. That's amazing. Ugh, I love it. I love just like finding things and then just mashing them together. And you think, are these going to work together? And yet they do. Okay, where did my black go? Ink the edge of this. Yeah, the painting of transparencies is a fun technique. And because it's a transparency, I usually have more success with the paint. You can do it with the gloss sprays because those do dry permanent. I've wrecked brushes using the gloss paint, so I kind of shy away from doing that, or the gloss sprays, I mean. But the paint looks so, and it's so subtle. Like I've done full entire faces where I've mixed up my own skin tone and then done it and then painted behind it. But I think having the paper behind it kind of grounds the face. So I didn't really feel the need to paint the entire face, but that looks really cool. Okay, let me grab this back. This still tacky. Actually, do you know what? That gives me an idea. And I got this out and I wasn't sure if I was going to use it, but I was cleaning this out and I think I might have used this for a class. It's just some gold gilding flakes. Some of the gloss on here, not all of it, but some of it is feeling a little tacky. So I'm just going to see. Now, there might be regrets. There may be regrets if I do this, but I'm just going to see if I can get some of it to stick on some of the gloss that is still slightly tacky. Might still be some tacky up here. Now I'm going to be cleaning up gilding flakes in my craft room for the next few months. Vacuum up. I have made him clean up when I've done this at the demo bar and done this in classes, and he has cleaned up the entire store just to clean up gilding flakes. Okay, it did stick a little bit, not a lot. So what I'm actually going to do, and I should have done this when I was working on my tags if I was thinking of doing this, I'm going to take some tacky when dry. So tacky when dry is something from the Crafter's Workshop. And I am just going to take it on my finger. And I am just going to spread some just on the page, just, just in different areas. So when it dries, it goes from being white like that to going clear. And when it's clear, that means it's tacky. It's ready for you to apply your gilding flakes or transfer foil or whatever. So I'm just going to put some on here. And the reason why I'm using my fingers, I don't want it to be like straight lines, like if I was applying it with a brush. Okay. There we go. So I am going to need to leave this for a little bit to dry. It shouldn't take too long because I put it on pretty thin. So it shouldn't take very long. There we go. But maybe what I'll do is I've got a sentiment on here. Might leave that one because it's going to go in here and then this is going to go here. I like that. I like it. I can already tell. Ooh, had a big gob there. I'm just going to thin it out. It is already starting to go clear in some places, which is fabulous. So it's not going to take very long. Okay. Oops. I think I just hit the camera with my head. Sorry about that. Let's see. What other things? What other things do I want? Oh, you know what? If I was to do... Thinking the thoughts. Thinking the thoughts. Do I want to do that? Maybe. I'm just going to move this off to the side just to give it a bit more time to dry. I think I might stamp a couple of those. Let's do that. Just thought I might have wanted to get out my Misty to do this, but we're just going to roll with it. Good enough. Good enough. So Julie, who's going to finish their project first? You with your socks or me with my art journal page? It could really be a toss-up. Could really be a toss-up. I used to knit. My grandma taught me how to knit many, many years ago. Long, long time ago. But I stopped knitting. Okay, I'm just going to cut these out. Will I use them? Maybe. I'm basically just doing something because I need to let that tacky one dry, set for a little while. Oh, definitely me. Okay, get these cut out. Whew. Okay. One. Ugh, this one's bigger. Why did I do this one? I am that person who doesn't like fussy cutting, but ends up doing so much fussy cutting. I'm like, why? Why do I do this? This isn't really, well, I mean, I guess it is fussy cutting, but it's not like fussy cutting. I can't do the fussy cutting. That drives me absolutely bonkers. So I admire people who can do it. I have people in my life who like to do it. So if I need to do a class with fussy cutting, I just give them all the things and say, here, fussy cut this for me. Because I do not have the patience to do it. And they're like, sure. And those people are amazing to have in your crafty circle. Your crafty tribe of people have at least one person who loves to fussy cut. That is the wisdom that I bestow upon you today. And if you're like, I don't have a person to fussy cut for me, then I'm just going to say that you probably are the fussy cutting person in your crafty tribe. Okay, there we go. Got those cut out. Let's take a look at this. Perfect. And we're dry. Okay, let's come in here with this again. Again, there's going to be regrets. I'm going to be like, why did I do this? Now, I did it this way, which is great, but now I don't remember where all of it is. So I'm actually just going to pick these up and move them across my page until I find all the tacky bits. Ooh, that's fun though. Look how fun that is. Now I can come in and found some more bits of tackiness. Well, look at that. I think I'm going to empty this. That gives me joy when I empty a container of something that I've had for a while. That brings me joy. I am so glad I found these gilding flakes. All the excess. Am I covered in gilding flakes? Why, yes, I am. Sorry, I'm just off my desk. I'm just trying to brush off the excess to get it away. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. Look at it. That's fun. Little gold on there. Little sparkle. And look, empty container. Fantabulous. Okay, tags. So one tag is going to go here. Ooh. Okay, where'd my glue go? Here we go. So I'm just going to put glue just up that hinge. Now I'm not going to go all the way to the top because this tag is taller than my book. So I'm going to stick that in there. Just going to hold that until that glue catches. How we doing? And I don't think I did enough glue up to the top, so let's just add some in there. Give that a press. This was one that I thought I might use, and I think I might just try and sneak her in there. Another transparency. There we go. Okay, might do that one. I'm just going to leave it for right now. And then this one I'm going to put right in here. This is the one, it's got a smaller hinge, so then they won't be bumping into each other. So let me put some glue on here. That hinge. There we go. So it covers up that sentiment that I did there, which is fabulous. Okay, now this was part of that I cut off. So I think I am going to cut this into a couple of pieces. So this is those extra burrs that I cut off from the side of her hair. So I think one is going to go right in there, and I did not cut enough off. So let's do a little bit more. Does this matte finish? I'm pretty sure this dries clear. I'd be surprised if it didn't. So I'm actually going to put some glue on there. Press it down. When you put glue or matte medium on the back of transparencies and you push it down and kind of push all the glue to the edges, it goes transparent. Like you wouldn't even know there's glue back there. Okay, and then I have this bit, and I think I'm going to glue it on this side. So again, we're going to put glue on that entire back. Now, over time, this may, it may come loose and fall out, but so if I press that down, and then I'm just running my finger along that edge, just because when I press it down, the glue sneaks out the side. So I'm just going to use a baby wipe to wipe off that excess glue. Just going to hold that there. So there you go. So if you remember, that transparency went, and it was quite long. So I cut it off here at the hinge, cut off another piece that now is on top of that hinge, and then the other part is on this side. Look how fun that is. And looking at it there, I mean, if you look at it close, yeah, you can see it's been cut. But there you go. Okay, so let me grab these two that I did, because my thought is those would go back here. And then this transparency I would put behind here, and it would just be a part of this tag. I'm thinking I like that. I'm thinking I do. Okay, so those bend. You might need to put something here to ground that, which is fine. I can totally do that. Just the thing is what am I going to do? Ah, I've got it. Okay. I just need to get, oh, do I do that? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, hang on. Gilding flakes everywhere. So the next Monday Night Live, when you tune in, you're just going to see there's still going to be gilding flakes. I'm going to have to completely uncover this desk. Okay. Stamping block, ink. I need to re-ink that. I like this part. There we go. Ooh, okay, hang on. I want to move these over a little bit. If I move that over, lovely, got it. Okay, cool. You know exactly where these are going. Do, 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 do. Love it. Put some glue up here and some glue on these. Fold those down. Love it. Okay, rectangle transparency. Where did it go? Love that. Oh my word, I love it so much. Tiny attacher, where'd you go? What? Empty. Yep, empty. Oops, too many. Okay, there we go. Reloaded. Look at that. Look how that came together. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Oh my word. Look at that. Love. I feel like this page still needs something, but I don't know what that is. So I'm just going to leave it for right now. Might put something on it later, but I am loving the boldness of this. And I've got some movement. I've got tag here, tag there, and this we've got. Now that I flip this over, I feel like if I put anything here, it needs to be right in there. So when you flip it over, it highlights this part. Not sure what that is. Need to think about it for a little bit, but it would be really cool to have something there that is just kind of framed. I don't know what that is. And I need to clean off all the gilding flakes, but look how cool that is. Oh, I love it. There you go. Oh, Glenn's watching. Yeah, I vacuum. Vacuuming's my thing. So I love how that turned out. Oh my word. So fun. Okay, there you go, everyone. I gotta go. I gotta clean my hands. I gotta vacuum. I've got to clean up all these gilding flakes now. But I am happy that that container of gilding flakes is now empty. That brings me joy. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I'll be back again for another Getting Creative with Julia. So thank you so much. Have a lovely afternoon, whatever you might be doing. Take care, everyone. And then later today, I will go on and I will go on later today. And in the description for this video on YouTube, I will list everything that I used. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care. Bye.